let us start with the classification of pumps. Okay, so give the heading. Under this pump, the first type of the pump is positive displacement pump. Give the heading positive displacement pump. Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, positive displacement pump. So write down elements of the pump, elements of the pump, elements of the pump will have will have will have actual movement inside the pump, inside the pump. Therefore it is called as positive displacement pump. Positive displacement pump. In such kind of pump, in such kind of pump, pressure energy generated pressure energy generated pressure energy generated or hydraulic energy released or hydraulic energy released is more is more but discharge of liquid is but discharge of liquid is less. Discharge of liquid is less. Okay, stop now. The meaning of positive displacement pump, it means the mechanical element inside that particular pump are movable. जो मैकेनिकल एलिमेंट उस पंप के अंदर होते हैं वो मूवेबल होते हैं, उनका डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है, और उस डिस्प्लेसमेंट की वजह से जो कुछ भी लिक्विड उसमें है वो लिक्विड प्रेशराइज होके उसको हम रिलीज करते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाई द नेम ऑफ दैट पंप इज पॉजिटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट पंप. एंड इन सच काइंड ऑफ द पंप द प्रेशर एनर्जी which is generated due to mechanical element, it is more, but the discharge of liquid it is less. यानी कि जो कुछ इसमें से लिक्विड बाहर रिलीज होता है उस पे हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी और प्रेशर एनर्जी जो जनरेट होती है वो ज्यादा होती है, लेकिन इसका जो डिस्चार्ज है, अमाउंट ऑफ लिक्विड thrown out from that particular pump is comparatively less, and this is known as a positive displacement pump. And in that positive displacement pump, the first pump is a reciprocating and second one is the rotary. But before that we will go for the broad headings, and that's why second pump which we are going to study, it is nothing but the rotary pump. So I request you, please put the heading rotary pump. sorry, rotodynamic pump. Rotary pump is one of the type of positive displacement pump. So instead of rotary, write down rotodynamic pump. Rotodynamic pump. Have you written it? Have you given
Yes, sir.
heading
Yes, sir.
rotodynamic pump?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Understood.
Yes, yes. Second, the element, write down in under the rotodynamic pump. Next line. The element which are present in the pump are having rotary motion. Such pump is called as rotodynamic pump. Full stop. Discharge of liquid is more. In case of rotodynamic pump, as compared to the positive displacement pump. But it will have less pressure energy. Okay, stop now. This is the basic difference in between positive displacement pump and rotodynamic pump. What is the basic difference? In case of positive displacement pump, pressure energy or hydraulic energy is more as compared to rotodynamic pump, but discharge is less in case of positive displacement pump. And totally vice versa situation is there as far as rotodynamic pump is going to be concerned. In rotodynamic pump, the discharge is more, but the pressure energy or hydraulic energy of the liquid, it is less as compared to positive displacement pump. So this is one of the very important basic difference. Positive displacement pump में प्रेशर एनर्जी और हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी ये ज्यादा रहती है और डिस्चार्ज कम रहता है, लेकिन रोटोडायनामिक पंप में डिस्चार्ज ज्यादा रहता है लेकिन प्रेशर कम रहता है. तो एज पर आवर पॉइंट एप्लीकेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, यू नीड टू चूज द करेक्ट पंप फॉर योर एप्लीकेशन. आपको जिधर पंप अप्लाई करना है, जिधर लगाना है, वहां आपको लिक्विड कैसे फॉर्मेट में ट्रांसफर करना है, इस पे ये डिपेंड है कि आपको पॉजिटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट पंप के लिए जाना है या आपको रोटोडायनामिक पंप के लिए जाना है. दैट इज वेरी वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज देयर. अगर आपको ज्यादा प्रेशराइज्ड लिक्विड चाहिए तो आपको पॉजिटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट पंप के लिए जाना पड़ेगा, और आपको अगर डिस्चार्ज ज्यादा चाहिए तो आपको रोटोडायनामिक पंप का ऑप्शन चूज करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस इज द ब्रॉड क्लासिफिकेशन in case of the pump, especially as far as positive displacement pump is concerned and rotodynamic pump is going to be concerned. Now my friend, we will have to move towards the reciprocating pump. We will have to move towards reciprocating pump. So I request you, please give the heading reciprocating pump, which is one of the subtype of positive displacement pump, reciprocating pump. Okay, please give the heading reciprocating pump. Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then write down below it. It can be classified. It can be classified. It can be classified into two types. Into two types. Number one, single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump. And number two, double acting reciprocating pump. Double acting reciprocating pump. Below that, write down A, single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump.
आताच्या सरचा आहे पहिला तर
Single acting reciprocating pump. When liquid is present, when liquid is present to the only single side of piston, only single side of piston, only single side of piston of the pump, then it is called as single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump means in single acting reciprocating pump, the liquid which is sucked and which is sent by applying the pressure is collected and delivered at only one side of the piston. पिस्टन के एक ही साइड में जो लिक्विड है वो लिक्विड सक करके उसे प्रेशराइज करके बाहर को भेजने के लिए जो कुछ मैकेनिज्म है वो लगा हुआ रहता है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई ओनली at a single side of that piston that liquid is collected. That's why it is known as the single acting reciprocating pump. Okay, now B, next line, B, double acting reciprocating pump. Double acting reciprocating pump. Double acting reciprocating pump. When liquid is present, when liquid is present at both sides of piston, at both side of piston, of pump, then it is called as double acting reciprocating pump. Double acting reciprocating pump. Double acting reciprocating pump. The name only going to suggest what exactly these pumps are. अगर पिस्टन के एक साइड में लिक्विड है तो हम उसे सिंगल एक्टिंग रेसिप्रोकेटिंग पंप कहते हैं, और अगर पिस्टन के दोनों साइड में अगर लिक्विड प्रेजेंट है तो हम उसे डबल एक्टिंग रेसिप्रोकेटिंग पंप कहते हैं. That is the basic difference in between single acting reciprocating pump and double acting reciprocating pump. So please write down, according to number of cylinder, according to number of cylinder in a pump, pump is classified into single cylinder pump, and number 2, multi-cylinder pump. In single acting reciprocating pump and in double acting reciprocating pump, we have discussed a thing, mechanical element, it is nothing but the piston. लेकिन पिस्टन जिसमें मूव होता है वो जो कंपोनेंट रहता है, that component is cylinder. So based on this cylinder also, the pumps, that positive displacement reciprocating pumps are further classified into single cylinder pump or multi-cylinder pump. And here in our syllabus we are just going to concentrate on single cylinder, single acting reciprocating pump and single cylinder double acting reciprocating pump. So now let us actually start the first type of the reciprocating pump, which is nothing but single acting reciprocating pump. So here in a previous lecture, this diagram of this single acting reciprocating pump I have shown to you, and this is in front of you on screen. Understand? This is the structure, this is the graphical representation of the single acting reciprocating pump, and just some of its part I have introduced to you people. Now out of that particular, I have told you what is actually the suction head. I told you already what is the delivery head. This pump actually contains the L-shaped pipe. This is the L-shaped pipe. We can see in front of you, it is provided. And here you can see one imaginary center line. It has been drawn through the cylinder of this single acting reciprocating pump. Here you can see the name of this hollow part is nothing but the cylinder. ये जो पार्ट बीच में आपको दिखाया गया है, जहां ये पिस्टन यानी कि प्लंजर फिक्स है, उस पार्ट को हम कहते हैं सिलेंडर. इन दिस सिलेंडर द प्लंजर हैज बीन फिक्स्ड. अंडरस्टैंड? एंड फ्रॉम द सेंटर ऑफ दिस सिलेंडर वन इमेजिनरी लाइन वी हैव पास्ड. द सेंटर ऑफ सिलेंडर मीन्स सेंटर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर पिस्टन or center, exact center of this particular cylinder. Center of cylinder and center of piston, it is one and same here. And the height from the topmost layer of your liquid to that particular center line is known as a suction head. And the height from this particular center line to the center line of the delivery pipe, this particular height is known as the delivery head. We have discussed this much part only. Today we are going to study each and every component in detail. I request you leave half an page to draw this particular diagram. Afterwards, I will provide you 5 minutes to copy out or to copy down this diagram in your notebook. But just give the heading single acting reciprocating pump, and below that you will have to leave half page for the diagram. Please write the heading single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump. Single acting reciprocating pump. Below that, give heading once again. You will have to leave half page. आधा पेज आपको छोड़ना है डायग्राम के लिए. And then you will have to write construction. You will have to write construction. 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 So this single acting reciprocating pump consists of some of the important elements. First one is the sump. This second one is a suction pipe. Third one is your cylinder. Fourth one, that cylinder and piston arrangement. Fourth one is your connecting rod. Then fifth one is your crank. Sixth one, this connecting rod and crank where they are going to join, that is crank pin. These are some of the important mechanical element in this single acting reciprocating pump. इस single acting reciprocating pump में these whatever I have highlighted, these are the important, very important mechanical element which are useful to pumping the liquid from the sump and just throw it out at its delivery end. So let us start with first part, which is nothing but the sump. So sump, it is situated at the bottommost position of this diagram. Here I have shown you the sump. So sump is nothing but the liquid storage or reservoir from which liquid is lifted from lower level to higher level. It is means its second name is also liquid reservoir. And here we can see the liquid reservoir at the bottommost position of this pipe at very lower level. And here this whatever liquid is present in a liquid reservoir, it will be lifted from this particular height and it is delivered at its top level. So this particular work, it is done by the pipe, and to pump the water, the bottommost end of that pipe you will have to just insert inside the sump. Sump क्या होता है? In a simple language, if you want to understand, sump is nothing but the liquid reservoir, and it is present over here. I have shown it to you people. Then the second important component is nothing but the suction pipe. What do you mean by suction pipe? The pipe in which suction of the liquid takes place that particular pipe is known as suction pipe. जिस पाइप में या जिस पाइप का यूज करके लिक्विड सक्शन का काम होता है, that particular pipe, it is known as suction pipe. And here you can see at this end 0 to 1. Are you observing this? 0 to 1. Hello?
Yes, sir. Observe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
at this
Yes, sir.
particular end, you can see there is an opening here. Here there is an opening. Okay. That particular valve, उस ओपनिंग को हम वॉल कहते हैं और इस वॉल्व को हम कहते हैं सक्शन वॉल्व. एंड दैट सक्शन वॉल्व इज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ योर सक्शन पाइप. यानी कि from this end to this particular end, whatever pipe you are seeing, all this pipe is known as the suction pipe, where the suction of liquid takes place. Then second one is cylinder and piston arrangement. So here name is written cylinder, here name is given piston, and this is nothing but the piston and cylinder arrangement. You can see here the piston is situated, here cylinder is situated. This is actually the cylinder. And this diagram or this plunger or the plate which you are observing in front of you, this particular plate or plunger, it is known as the piston. And this piston is very tightly fixed inside the cylinder. Okay, so that is very much one of the important element which is actually doing the work of a pumping, is nothing but piston and cylinder. Then here you can see this cylinder, is the piston is attached to one of the very lengthy rod. Here you can see the lengthy rod, and that rod is nothing but, or it is known as connecting rod. The name of that rod is what? Connecting rod. This particular connecting rod is actually connecting the piston and crank pin. So crank pin is here and piston is here, and you can see this rod is fixing at, or it is fixed at these 2 points. The first point is of that center of that piston, and second it is connected to the crank pin. So connecting rod is actually connected with piston to the crank pin, and through crank pin it is connected to the crank. So this small rod, it is nothing but the crank. So it is, this connecting rod is directly connected with the crank pin, and it is indirectly connected with the crank. Understand? And this crank, one of the side of this particular crank, it is fixed at this particular juncture, this particular point. So crank pin, through connected rod, it is connected to this particular piston. Means this mechanism is connected to the piston through this connecting rod. Okay, what is the crank actually? Here crank I have shown, the small rod which is connected to the crank pin at the center of this shown circle or crankshaft. What do you mean by actually crank? So crank is nothing but one of the mechanical element which is mounted on crankshaft. Crank is mounted on crankshaft. Here the crankshaft is just hidden. This particular point, it is nothing but shaft, because this is 2D diagram. If you will imagine that it is 3D, then shaft may come in this direction or shaft may go in this another direction. So यहाँ center में ये जो आपको dot दिख रहा है, it is actually the shaft, and that shaft is known as the crankshaft. And crankshaft is connected to the crank pin through the crank. And crank and crank, that connecting rod and crank pin are responsible for the circular motion around this crankshaft, either in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction. देखिए ये मैकेनिज्म समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. At the center there is a crankshaft, then there is a crank, और ये जब शाफ्ट मूव होता है तो ये जो क्रैंक है ये भी मूव हो जाता है आइदर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन और इन एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. जब क्रैंक मूव हो जाता है तो उस पर लगी हुई क्रैंक पिन भी मूव होती है. जब क्रैंक पिन मूव होती है तो ये जो कनेक्टिंग रॉड है ये भी उसके साथ इस डायरेक्शन में मूव होता है. यानी कि देयर इज अ रोटेशनल मोशन गिवन बाय दिस क्रैंकशाफ्ट, बट यहां रोटेशनल मोशन क्रिएट होने की वजह से ये जो कनेक्टिंग रॉड है वो पिस्टन को क्या करता है, आगे ढकेलता है, और दिस 0 पॉइंट के पास आने के बाद फिर से उसे पीछे ले जाता है. मींस द रेसिप्रोकेटिंग the rotary motion of this particular mechanism of the crankshaft is responsible to generate reciprocating motion of the piston inside the cylinder. So this is one of the simple mechanism of this particular component. Now here at this port you can see there is a one another valve, and that valve is known as delivery valve. And you can see here it is written suction valve open and delivery valve closed. Means when suction valve is open, at that time delivery valve is closed, and when delivery valve will be open, then suction valve will be closed. So continuously that action is going on. जब suction valve close हो जाता है तो delivery valve open हो जाता है, और delivery valve open हो जाता है तो suction valve close हो जाता है. This closing and opening of both the valves is very much important, because अगर उसका functioning proper नहीं चला तो pumping action cannot be done effectively. Time being, you just keep in your mind कि delivery valve और suction valve जब एक ओपन होता है तो दूसरा क्लोज होता है, और जब दूसरा ओपन होता है तो पहले वाला क्लोज हो जाता है. एंड द रिमेनिंग पाइप थ्रू विच द pumped liquid is delivered, that is known as a delivery pipe. Okay, so this is the explanation of this figure. Today, if the timetable allows me, then I am going to conduct another lecture, and I request you please join that lecture and draw this diagram at the time of this lecture. So almost 1 minute is still remain. I think whatever part I have given in the form of notes, that is very much important, and you will have to read it and you will have to understand what the details are provided over there. So I think this is enough for this lecture, and we will draw this diagram and I will provide you the write-up regarding with its explanation very soon. Don't leave this lecture because I am conducting the attendance. Okay. So almost 55 students have joined.